꽃이 피었습니다. 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. What's up? It's your boy Big Reg coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan, bringing you a recap of yet another Michigan Wolverines football victory in Game 7, the first game of a 6-game stretch that will determine our football fate for the 2021 season. Oh, it's getting real now, folks. All the fun and games are over. It's time for every game to be a must-win situation in order for us to march on to Indianapolis and win a Big Ten championship. Game 1 complete. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we saw the Northwestern Wildcats send them to the ASPCA to be put down humanely. 33-7. Them Wildcats went. And we sent them back home to the mangy abode in where is it? Evanston?
Yeah.
Evanston, Illinois. A lot of people like to pretend it's Chicago, but it's not Chicago. They're not from Chicago. They're from Evanston, son. Oh, I've been to Evanston. Oh, it's disgusting. Actually, I take that back. I've only been on the outskirts of Evanston one time. It wasn't that bad. So I raised my glass to Evanston. Anyway, join me tonight. Fresh from winning another round of pokey in some subway station against some stranger. The one, the only, producer JB.
Yo, get that third vaccination shot. Got the third vaccination shot. Booster, get that shot. Let's go. Go blue.
Oh, my goodness. It's like he's like Oklahoma booster. You know what I'm saying? Booster, sooner. Booster, sooner. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Next, joining us from, he's taking a break from eating ramen outside of convenience stores with old people. The one, the only, JC from Sunnyside.
Oh, Big Red, 7-0. 7-0. Nobody outside of true Michigan Nation that we would be 7-0 at this point in the season.
Oh, I raised my glass to that. Good gravy. And finally joining us tonight. Oh, this man, I'm telling you, I don't know how closely guarded that heart is anymore. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping it's like the mugunga kot, and it's slowly opening up. Just slowly opening up. I'm hoping. The one, the only, nameless guest.
It's a great time. It's time for excitement and a time of great trepidation. The chips are down, hyperventilation, exhilaration, mass confusion, but just good times. It's all just coming to a culmination. I agree with you, Big Reg. It's here.
I have no idea what you just said right now. It was like a little bit of everything there. Trepidation, excitement, this, that, the other thing. Holy smokes. He's talking like Andrew Yang with universal basic income. It sounds cool, but I don't know what it means. Holy smokes. Oh, almost raised my glass into the thing. But anywho, let's get into the game. It was yet another victory for the Michigan Wolverines. But again, it was kind of a one-half kind of game. In the other games where we've kind of struggled a little bit, it was the second half where we struggled. But this case, it was the first half where we struggled a little bit, where the Michigan Wolverines were playing tight against a pretty, let's be honest, a Northwestern team that was, is kind of on a down year. Well, I shouldn't say kind of. They're in a down year. And it was kind of surprising the Michigan Wolverines couldn't do much offensively against that squad, given the fact that they came into the game as one of the worst rushing defenses in the nation. But thank goodness the Michigan Wolverines were able to turn around in the second half which led to a 33-7 lead, or I should say victory. Gentlemen, I turn it over to you. What were your thoughts, takeaways from this game?
As always, the only member of this board that actually goes to the games. Let me just say that the atmosphere of Michigan Stadium was a resounding, silent crowd that was anticipating big plays to have happen, and were thoroughly disappointed in the first half. There is serious doubt in the capabilities of Cade McNamara. The feeble attempts to do the long ball were just pathetic, and the anticipation of seeing JJ come in even earlier than anyone expected still to run the confounded plays that he does just goes to show you that he is inching closer towards that starting position. And unfortunately, we thought it was going to be this Northwestern game that we would see some more magic happen, and yet a very conservative play calling going on, limited, just working what they got. It didn't give me any confidence going into rivalry week of whether or not we will be able to score enough to be able to win the game this coming week. But that's not for me to say right now. We'll talk about that later.
I wouldn't say this game like exceeded expectations. It met expectations, right? We did what we needed to do to win the game. We won the trenches. It played out exactly the way I thought it was going to play out, right? I think I said we're going to win by 28. We won by 26. Limited possessions. We wore them out. I get it. We didn't have the sexy plays, right? We didn't have the sexy plays. But hey, Hassan Haskins coming out of that pile, running for another 10 yards after we thought he was wrapped up. The O-line, D-line, outside of the one big run that Northwestern had right before the half, we shut them down. So there were a lot of positive things, but I do get it, Producer JB. When we're playing next level competition, can we take the next level if we don't hit some of those sexy plays? We saw McCarthy come in second quarter. He did attempt to pass on a little bootleg. It didn't look too good. But hey, he looks so much more athletic than Cade when he's running the ball, the little deeks. But I say, we got to go with what's been working. We got to go with what's been working. But a solid performance all around. I like the play calling inside the 10-yard line, right? First and goal. Little, running to the short side. But overall, solid game. Won the trenches. We wore them down. Won by 26. Beat the spread.
So if we're going to play that game, Nameless with the 35-14 call there, pretty close to the final score. And at halftime, cheering on the troops, calling for 21 unanswered, 23 unanswered, coming right at you. So we're going to play that game. But I agree. It was just get the job done, do what you have to do. That don't bother me. I'm more a little distressed with the execution down in the red zone. I think that's legit. We really do want to punch it in. MSU game, man, it could come down to just getting one of those in there, 3 field goals, and having a D that just shows out and stops Walker. We may not actually have to pull out the JJ gun and go crazy aerial attack. We might just be able to do this one more week. We'll have to see. But good week. We did what we have to do. No surprises. We're going to go conservative. We're going to take the highest percentage way to go. And that's exactly what happened.
I love how Nameless is very selective about what he said about 21 unanswered. Come on. Because right before that text, he says, Penny is not great. Wide receiver blocking not helping. K limited, can't make stack to box. I mean,
All three true things.
Oh.
All right. Well, as you can see, our last member is not here, so I will be playing the role of Mr. Square tonight. So. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. We only scored 7 points against one of the worst defenses in the Big Ten, and we're supposed to be a running powerhouse? Come on, man. Come on, man. And then when JJ goes in, come on, man. Take the training wheels off. He's shown enough that, to warrant more passing plays, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And even, all these other things went wrong. Like, we got an interception, but we couldn't make it a touchdown. Come on, man. Come on, man. That all falls on the feet of one person, the head of the snake. Fire Harbaugh. End scene. Thank you. Thank you. That is my channeling of Mr. Squarehead and what he would say about this game and what he saw.
Well, how would Big Reg retort? Come
Huh?
on, follow that right up. What's the Big Reg retort to that?
Oh, here's what I'm going to say, though, and this might be surprising. Number one, I'm not worried about the defense. They had the one big play that they gave up, but yeah, I'm not really worried about that play. Number two, the offense. This is where I'm changing my tune a little bit. A little bit. We've had 7 games now. 7 games now. And for us to still not be able to hit those big pass plays consistently, I can understand if we go like 1 for 2, maybe 2 for 5, something like that. But we're going like 0 for 4, 0 for 5. We're not hitting on any of them anymore. And you can't blame it on the wide receivers because the wide receivers are getting open. They're getting a step on the secondary. And if it's not even a great throw, but if it's a decent throw, it gets them a touchdown. So that's the frustration for me. It shouldn't have been so close in the first half. If we hit any of those plays in that first half, it's a blowout, just like I predicted. Over 40 points scored. Victory going away, full of brimming with confidence. Confidence level up to here, going into rivalry week. But because we couldn't hit some of them throws, confidence level dropping just a little bit. But then I saw in the second half, some of the things that JJ was doing. Ooh, confidence level rising back up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because there's now, in my mind, there's now a fallback. If we need to, if we're really struggling, and I mean really struggling, and we need a super spark, I got a feeling now that JJ could be that super spark. That one throw, do you remember that one throw we had that went across the field? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? And it got us the first down? That throw showed me a lot. Because he went across the field with that throw. It was only like, I think, a 15-yard gain or something. But the throw itself must have been at least 50 yards because, like I said, it's going all the way across the field.
Oh, come on.
oh, well, it's not 50 yards. Come on, Big Reg.
I'm telling you, 15 yards up, but then about 30 yards across. You see what I'm saying?
That's not 50.
All right, fine. 40 then. Give me 40 at least. Come on, guys. Don't be so stingy. Dang. But anyway, the fact that he was still able to find that throw, number one, and then number two, execute that throw. those are the kind of things. Now, I'm thinking, hey, if slow and steady can't win us the race, we got to get that rabbit in there, baby. We got to get that rabbit ready to roll. Wake him up. Wake up that rabbit and tell him, hey, we got a race to win. And get him in there. Get the job done. So I raise my glass to that.
Anyway, this is supposed to be a recap of the Northwestern game. So
I just said. JJ's giving me a new spark.
In just a complete breakdown of what's going down with that, I am also kind of concerned with this defense. I'm concerned about the linebackers still falling for the same plays over and over again. I mean, is it ironic that Northwestern runs that basically across the field play screen where they just put someone out in the flat? Everyone goes to the right, you throw opposite, and then all of a sudden he gains like 25 yards. I mean, that's just taking script out of Nebraska and applying it to Northwestern. If I were Sparty, I would do the same thing because clearly our defense can't handle it. And that touchdown run, even though it was, quote, a play that just happens, that was fundamentally flawed. And I saw it, obviously, from my seats because there was just a wide open gap in the middle, and all our linebackers were already engaged on pulling linemen, and then and obviously Hawkins is horrible at angles. So, there you go.
Wow.
What the world?
Let's get real
Crazy.
with it. This team still is in growth mode, and again, at the beginning of the season, I predicted the 6-6. Obviously, I have to change my answer because we're already 7-0. We're going 9-3. 9-3.
No way, man.
Still got issues, major issues.
Wait, what?
I can't believe you're changing.
Touchdown.
You're changing tune now when they're 7-0, not last week when we were 6-0. Come on, producer JB. And you're gonna nitpick on the defense that gave up like 200 yards, and 75 of those yards is on that one play. Producer JB, I know if you're gonna hate on Cade and the long deep passes, yeah, I'm with you. But you lost me when you said I'm gonna nitpick on the defense. Come on, man.
Come on, man. This
not
defense
even-
should have shut them out. There's no
Nah,
doubt
man.
about it. Northwestern has nothing. Nothing.
That was their lowest offensive output of the season. I mean,
Zero.
nobody has done better than Michigan so far. That's nitpick.
That's horrible defense. Horrible.
Oh man, that's like going out with a supermodel and saying she's too tall. Come on, man. Come on,
producer JB. Come on. Stop being so picky.
Dang. This guy's trying to so picky. It's like he's on eHarmony again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's no good. She's no good.
Oh,
He's too
snap.
picky, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what if she got a couple corns on her feet? So what? You hardly see them feet anyway. Come on.
But one thing's for sure, that there's no breaking out for Cade. Let's just put it out there. There's no breakout. We're not waiting for him to break out anymore. We've seen what we've seen, and we're getting what we get, right? JJ, listen, I like that play, the playground, roll away from the defense, throw it 30 yards for a 4-yard gain for a first down. Yeah, it's a nice play, but against defenses like Penn State and Ohio State, I'd rather have him throw that ball away.
Yeah.
That's the veteran play to make. And I don't know if he's there. That's a little bit of a concern for me, is for him to make these playground plays against Northwestern or Northern Illinois.
Yep.
That's one thing. But he's getting chased down by 4- or 5-star defensive ends and linebackers on plays like that. So you got to learn to throw it away.
Totally agree. I share that concern.
Yeah, but I got to go back to something that Joel Klatt was talking about. When he was talking about, I forget the exact term, but he was saying like playmakers that can transcend the play. Meaning, yeah, on paper, that's what you should do. But there's certain guys that can play above that level, that can do more than just what conventional wisdom would have you do. You know what I'm saying? Like when Charles Oakley would box out and grab a key rebound that seemed impossible, I'd be like, yo, that's something that's above and beyond. You see what I'm saying? And similarly, JJ, I'm beginning to see more and more of those capabilities. Sure, he's got still the for me, he still has all the solid stuff, the safe stuff. I think he can run that stuff in his sleep. But now the difference is the Picasso level stuff. You know what I'm saying? The sort of omens kind of stuff. The sight beyond sight. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be Panthro, but it's another thing to be Lion-O. Because Lion-O had the sort of omens, and he had the sight beyond sight. So I raised my glass to Lion-O.
There's too many metaphors going on. Let's get back to the facts here. This team is still growing. I'm gonna admit to that. And I'll be honest, it's JJ's the potential superstar, not proven. Cade is like the grandpa back there. Comparisons to like Brian Greasy. He knows how to control the game, etc., make the safe plays. But if we want to be better than 7-0 and continue to win in this rest of the season, we need the explosion. We need someone who can stretch the field. We need someone who can move people with their eyes and run with their feet to get the things that we need. Cade is just sitting back there waiting to get sacked. I feel bad for this offensive line because basically they're trying their hardest, and every defense that's coming after them is realizing more and more what they can do to stop Cade. And you don't think Michigan State spent the whole bye week looking at film and figuring out what they're going to do to attack Cade? It's going to be simple. So unless some kind of miracle happens in terms of, I don't know, someone getting injured on Sparty or whatever it might be, like this Northwestern game just proved our point that we're almost predictable, boring / this wearing down type of offense will not continue throughout the season and needs to be changed. And if it doesn't change, then we are limited in terms of what we're actually going to win through the rest of the season.
This is over the board. This is overboard guarding your heart. Like this is wait, JB, she likes you. She likes you, JB. Stop guarding your heart. Holy smokes. I mean, come on, man.
She likes you, and then JB is being like, well, you know what? I just decided to become gay. That's what this is like, all right? That's going the whole other way. Holy smokes. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Calm down. Calm down.
JB, the offensive line is sad and disappointed. I mean, they're rushing for 300 yards.
I know.
They're pumped up. They're psyched. Oh, my God.
This is with two guards injured. Our two starting guards were injured. These were two out of 5 linemen were backups. Come on, man.
Hey, I do have to give, props to Quorum on that one run. There was like that one shifty run. He's a pop, pop, pop. Right, ankle breaker. Hassan Haskins with that one cutback for the 11-yard touchdown run. But game ball goes to Eric All. Eric All is coming up big on the catches. He's now blocking on he's on that one Hassan Haskins run. He had a nice block to the outside, opened up that hole for Hassan. Eric All coming into his own.
I was having a nice little chat with our buddy, the Big Rock, and I'm calling All like one of our most improved players, man. I'm loving me some All. And we were trashing that dude last year, dropping balls left and right. This guy has come into his own. Those blocks are what, I mean, the third down catch is great, but those blocks, oh my gosh, springing them. Such a selfless, willing, physical blocker. He's a prototype H guy. Harbs loves him, and we love him. Thank you for giving props to All.
I was a former tight end also, so
Oh, gosh.
I know.
Come on, man.
routes.
Sullied it.
What? When?
Ruined that whole segment.
The Pee Wee League or the
I know.
KCC League?
Oh gosh. Well, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned Eric Hall. He is doing a fine job. And I'm telling you, man, these running backs, they're shifty. They're shifty. I haven't seen a run that shifty since Jim Harbaugh ran away from Molly McGrath last week. Holy smokes.
Wow. Wow.
You saw Jim Harbaugh run away from that post-game interview? Holy smokes. Oh, man. He ran away like she had a subpoena against him or something. Holy smokes. He ran so quick. I raised my glass to Jim Harbaugh and showing the halfbacks how to get it done.
He broke the tackle. She grabbed him by the shoulder. He broke the tackle. It's a yak, yards after catch.
You were like, "Oh, get off me. I'm going. I got things to do." Oh,
Hey,
man.
and how about the emergence of DJ Turner? This could be an important development. I mean, corners being our weakness. If this guy's that was a pretty impressive. Talk about sexy plays. That was one of them right up there. That INT was sweet, and the run back.
Oh, that's true. You know who else? I mentioned it way back when, but you can tell he's getting better just by the fact that we're not mentioning him as much as last year. Vincent Gray. Vincent Gray's been getting better. Sure, he hasn't gotten the sexy, INTs and all that kind of stuff, but he is much improved from last season. So I raise my glass to Vincent Gray as well.
Still issues with Roman Wilson. Seems like he's still hurt. Our wide receivers still someone's got to step up, man.
Yeah.
Someone has got to step up. I'm sorry, but some of their blocking is just horrendous.
Come on, you know who needs to step up? You need to step up, producer JB. We're giving out game balls, and all of a sudden you're like, you know who needs to step up? Come on, producer JB.
If you're satisfied with the Northwestern win and you feel pumped up by it, great. Have fun. Give me permission to dance. Give me permission to fan. Fan as I want to.
An interesting, preview for the MSU game. Wow, this is just opposite ends of the spectrum right now on where this Michigan team is. Well, if there's one thing that this Michigan team is, though, for sure, is ranked number 6 in the polls. Both polls still have the University of Michigan ranked number 6 after this latest victory versus Northwestern University. So I'm telling you, if you had it, well, I'll just put it this way. I am so happy that we have everything still to play for going forward. Big Ten Championship. I shouldn't say Big Ten Championship yet, but Eastern Division Championship, Big Ten Championship, National Championship. It's all in front of us to play for. One game at a time.
Let's give a shout out to the people who commented on the YouTube. Our buddy Andy from Seattle. Once again, I was able to enjoy my morning throne session thanks to new content from this channel. I had to rely on John Boy Media this past week, and let me tell you, that was rough, but not as a toilet paper stock. I don't know what he's talking about. So
John Boy Media. They're funny. I like John Boy Media.
Okay. You guys connect. Our boy Kenny was actually here this past weekend with our boy Jeff from Minnesota. Congratulations to those two. He predicted a 42-13 win for Michigan. And, of course, Big Rock always throwing down. Is Michigan football elite? ? Prove it by beating Northwestern by more than 18 and not giving up more than 13 points, which I think they just did. So
they just did it. So mission accomplished.
So I hope that Big Rock is listening and comments on our next video. Click, link, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think about this Northwestern game? Do you feel like it proves that Michigan's ready for rivalry week? And obviously our rivalry week session will come up soon, although this is a Monday and it's already Wednesday viewing. We'll see what happens.
Anywho, I'm telling you, Big Rock. You know, Big Rock is excited because he keeps texting me too. I'm telling you, Big Rock, Big Rock. I know you don't want to show it. I know you don't want to show it, but I know you're loving this Michigan team. Come on, big guy. Just admit it. Just admit it. Come on.
We might have to have a massive Zoom session with everyone for this rivalry week to see what's going on.
2-hour bonanza. Let's do it, baby.
No.
2-hour bonanza.
It's going to take
Keep
like
it rolling.
Yeah, 2-hour bonanza means like a 6-hour render session for me to upload it to YouTube. The game will be over by the time the preview goes up.
We might have to invite a Sparty on the show.
Ooh, I love it. Point counterpoint.
So the Spartans out there, I know some of you are watching. We might be calling you. Be ready.
I'm telling you, man. Well, you know what? I don't want to jump too far ahead into the Sparty week, but I'll just say it's an exciting time to be here in the state of Michigan. You know what I mean? So, oh man, this football season versus last football season, oh, night and day, and this is so much more enjoyable. Can I just at least say that? Gentlemen, is there anything else we need to talk about before we wrap this up?
Bring it home, baby.
All right.
It's a wrap.
That's the case then. I raise my glass first to the Michigan Wolverines, the fine job they've done so far in getting to 7-0, and reaching the number 6 ranking in the national polls. Raise a glass to you, gents, and we hope for the best in this coming week. We say, go blue.
Go blue.